Hi, welcome to the SCG podcast, where we speak to business owners, entrepreneurs, and people in fitness and wellness. Today, we have Dylan Pinder, a former car salesman turned full-time personal trainer and multiple online company business owner. On this episode, we'll discuss mindset, meditation, and how we maintain happiness and growth. So hopefully, today, we all learn something. Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up, Daddy?
Hey, so how was your day?
Had a very good day. Thank you for asking. One of the very few people that asked that question.
Yeah. Nah, it's always fun linking up. I like talking that shit when we get together, man. So, what you got going on now?
I was selling cars for the past 5 years at Niles, and I decided to stop that, follow my passion, do some personal training, a couple online stores just to try to stay, financially stable. Because personal training, it's only get paid when you find clients.
Right.
With the coronavirus right now, it's a little bit slow. So
yeah, everybody's a little shaky.
But it's really good market to. It's really good idea to start getting into online businesses.
Right.
Everyone's staying at home. A lot of people are
Everybody's
in the future
doing everything online.
Yeah, and I think they will be, in the future. So I think it's an investment it's a good investment to make.
Get in early.
Yeah, people have been doing it for years, but there's no reason you can't get in now and live on your own terms, be your own boss.
Yes.
Be able to travel.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the goal now. That's what I'm working on.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. That's why I started the podcast. I wanted it to be. I want freedom. No more 9 to 5. I want to be able to go and travel the world, and I can do this anywhere. If I can
absolutely meet new people.
Meet new people and create new contacts and experience life. That's the whole goal. To be bogged down with 8-hour work days, it's not what I want anymore.
Yeah, I mean most people.
It's
crazy that they live their whole life working that way and just kind of looking forward towards the weekend.
Yeah.
And that's not how I'm on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I want to look forward to every day. Right.
No,
if it's just how you make your mindset.
Yeah. And I want to work for myself.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Work for myself and enjoy.
Yes.
Enjoy what I do. I'm not gonna lie to you. I enjoy what I do now, but to do something that is going to benefit me and I can make it happen for other people. If I can have other people underneath my umbrella and still continue something that makes me smile every day, that's what I want.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. You got to follow your passion.
Right.
There's a lot of things you like to do, but your passion's a whole different thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to pour everything you have into it.
Something I wanted to ask you, and something that everyone who's listening doesn't know, is that we've already recorded before.
Yes.
So we're kind of working out something new and I want to give everybody quality. So we got everything fixed, and now we're coming back with a whole different episode. And I kind of want to touch base on a couple of things that we had talked about because there was some really good content, and I may end up giving you that episode later on, maybe as a Monday episode or something just to throw in. But
maybe a middle of the week Wednesday.
Yeah. Something. Just give you some motivation because it was a really in-depth conversation and we talked about a lot of things. And I didn't think we were going to get that deep. Like we got deep. Like it was serious, man. So, what was some of your motivations? What made you want to get into personal training and then get into your new businesses and endeavors that you have going on?
For the personal training and just the gym in general. You know, I was always growing up. I was always the skinniest person, the smallest.
Yeah. I was skinny too.
I was by far like the just.
We could be thrown
skin and bones, you know. And one day I just decided. I mean, my dad used to always work out. I was used to watch him work out and stuff, and I would try to get in there and work out a little bit, but I never really grew. I was always still the skinniest kid in the room, and then one day I just decided to get a gym membership, and once I was in the gym and really I was like, okay, like I'm here, let's do it right, let's invest my time and make it worth it. And I started to see results, and then once you see results, it's addicting.
So let me ask you something. I was talking to my friend Miles, and you know Miles.
Of course I know
Miles. And so I was telling him that I was going to interview you, and the discussion came up, and then he kind of told me a story about you being in New York, and that's what really sparked you getting into the gym. You didn't want to get caught lacking or something like that.
Well, that's of course, you know, when you were the smallest, literally just, and you can't defend yourself, and you're living in a place that's just
rowdy.
Yeah. You know, and you have to defend yourself.
Right.
I mean, it almost lives with no choice, you know, unless you want to just get beat up every day. No one wants to do that.
No.
So yeah, I mean, I got into boxing first because you got to be able to take care of yourself, and I fell in love with boxing.
Right.
I mean, I boxed for years, and I just
it's beautiful.
There's a beautiful art to it that people just don't. Some people don't understand. Yeah. And after that, I just hopped into the gym one day. You know, that boxing, they always said, don't touch the weights. You know, don't put any weight on.
They don't want you to get too much muscle, and then you're not so.
You get stiff.
Yeah.
You know, and then so I didn't touch the weights for a while. You know, I just hit the bags and got in the ring, and I loved it, but I was still skinny, and I just wanted to put some weight on. Okay. So I went into the gym, and I kind of left boxing behind and just started, bodybuilding and powerlifting, and I just fell in love with it. You know, I really enjoyed it. It's kind of really just changed my whole life. You know, it sounds stupid, but just putting on weight and change the way you look, the way you eat, your mindset and everything. You become more confident in life. Everything just flows a little bit better. You're just a little bit happier. It's a nice thing, you know. And your mind the gym isn't just for physical growth. It's for mental growth. Right. You know, when you teach yourself how to be so disciplined and how to push through that threshold of pain, like to really dig deep, you can apply that to a lot of things in life.
Right.
I mean, almost everything. And so it was definitely, you know, one of the best choices I ever made was just stepping into that gym. And then the consistency is the hardest part, you know. It's a lot of hard work, but I think the hardest thing is the consistency of the hard work every day, day in and day out. Getting up, cooking, eating the right stuff, not eating certain things, going to the gym when you don't want to, when you feel like shit. Mm-hmm. You have to go, and you know you end up having some of the best workouts then.
Oh yeah,
you feel just very happy and with yourself. You know, you were disciplined and you got the job done, and you end up feeling better than like your good days because you overcame that adversity, that bad feeling, and you still put it in. Raining. I love that. To me, it's raining.
I'm like, therapy. Oh, no, absolutely. But it's like, it's raining. Do I really want to step out and, you know? And then you actually go and do it, and then it's that euphoria after. Like, once I'm there, it's game, you know? I do my pre-workout, and then I start stretching, and then I start feeling it, you know?
Music in, and it's just it's just hard to explain. If you do, I mean, a lot of people know they get into the gym. I see a lot of people I know get into the gym, which is awesome because I love to see. The hardest part is stepping into the gym. You know, I saw this guy, and he was well over 300 pounds. He was a big dude, and you could tell he was new, and he definitely seemed like he was a little self-conscious, and like he just wasn't really sure of himself. And there's a lot of big old guys that walk around him, and he was just I was just so inspired to see him there, and he was putting in work, and I went up and talked to him and everything, and he was a super nice guy, and I was just like, I don't know, because I remember me walking into the gym when I was just super skinny, and I was a little self-conscious. I was nervous, and it was hard.
Right.
And for him to go in there and just get over it and put in work, and I was just so inspired by that.
I still feel like that sometimes.
Yeah, there's a lot of good things you can see in the gym if you just choose to see. There's a lot of people overcoming insecurities and a lot of growth and a lot of progress and I've changed people's lives.
Yeah, it's therapy.
Yeah,
it's really a lot of therapy.
It's a good learning process too. You learn your body, you learn to take care of your body, you learn to read your body. Your mind follows. You learn to take care of your mind. You learn to read your mind, like how it's working, and then you can train your mind as well.
Yeah. So, do you read at all? Because when we talk, like I kind of catch on. Like I've been reading. I don't know if you saw my post on Instagram the other day, but this year my goal was to read a book every week, and the way that before, in our previous discussion, we kind of talked about the secret. Yeah. The secret.
Absolutely.
And so what is it that you read that gets you into that straightforward?
Well, the secret was like the main one.
Right.
I think I was telling you it came up, somehow it came to my attention and I kind of blew it off. And then just like a couple days later, I was in the gym and I had some motivational speeches on. I like to listen to motivational speeches.
E.T.
Eric Thomas, Les Brown was amazing. Conor McGregor, this was the one I was listening to. He actually had a really good one with Tony Robbins. And then he mentioned The Secret. And I was like, oh, okay, that's the second time in a couple of days. And he's like, yeah, my sister gave it to me when I was 15, and I didn't want to read it. She made me read it, and it changed my life. He's like, you speak things into existence, the law of attraction.
Right.
And you see him in his interviews, and he would tell you when he's going to knock someone out. He'll tell you what round, and he'll actually do it.
Yeah, no.
A lot of people say
execute.
Yeah, be quiet with your goals and smash them and be quiet about it and don't let anyone know. And for me, I think it's the opposite. I post a lot of stuff on Instagram, like my fitness stuff, because I want to speak it into existence. I want to hold myself accountable for it. I want other people to know and other people to hopefully get inspired and to try to follow their dreams, and not really care, because I've had a lot of people talk shit about me posting a bunch of shirtless pics and this and that. I mean, what do you want me to do? I'm proud of how far I've come.
It's goals.
And there's for the people that have messaged me and like truly are inspired and makes it 100% worth it. There's always gonna be people who hate on what you do, or they don't support you. But for the few people who really messaged me and were like asking questions and wanted me to train them and help them out, and they're like, you really inspire me, this and that, that's 100. It makes everything 100% worth it.
Yes.
So people can talk all they want. I feel like I'm out here making a difference in other people's lives.
Seeing you in the gym, you really do you push me to want to do more. And we have a mutual friend, Roger. I see him in the gym, and then I'm like, because I remember what we looked like before as kids, and I've seen the progression and the way that our minds have progressed and grown compared to the other kids that we were around, and they're kind of in the same place. And something that I've also noticed is people who work out, not all of them, but for the most part, we're kind of pushing that extra tier,
even out of the gym,
right?
Yeah, like they're trying to hit their goal. It's like the gym. It's just it kind of gives you that little extra confidence to go out and just smash the rest of your goals.
Right. No, I think it pushes your mental to a whole nother level. Yeah. I listen to books while I'm working out.
Audiobooks.
I used to listen to R&B.
Oh, okay.
but now I'm listening to the audiobooks because I can completely zone out and just listen. Yeah. And the world is completely calm. There's no chaos. I don't see anybody else in the gym, and I can just take the words for what they are, and I feel like the message is going straight to me. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
It's a, you know, when I listen to those motivational speeches during my workouts, it's because I feel like I absorb it more. Like it's just you're in that intense. Your mind is working over, or you know, because you have all the pain, but then you have the endorphins coming in and.
Those words of encouragement. Those words of encouragement. You think you can't stop.
Tell me it doesn't give you a few extra reps. Yeah. And those few extra reps are really what will make a difference between the average person and
I play some of those words back in my head. I'm like, as soon as I want to stop, because you know you'll go for a couple extra reps. Maybe you're set to do 8, and then you're like, all right, well I'm going to push to do 4 more, and then I'll do 6. And it's because I'm thinking to myself, I always have more in the tank.
Oh yeah.
You know, I always have more, and to find that little bit of extra is just it
makes everything worth it. The whole workout. You know, when you can actually tap into that.
Yes.
Not many people can really tap into that zone and push themselves past that pain threshold.
And it's for me. It's not for nobody else.
Yeah, I mean, who's it going to be for? You're going to torture yourself.
Exactly.
So it's got to be for yourself. You know. So it's a cool thing about the gym as well, you know. You really get to test your will in somebody's bonus, you know.
Yeah.
And that's cool. But I mean, those motivational speeches every morning when I wake up, I put them on because you know your brain is like a sponge in the morning. You know, you want to set the tone for the day. You know, you wake up. I don't need an alarm clock anymore. I haven't had an alarm clock in a long time. You know, my internal alarm clock wakes me up because I was listening to this one motivational speech, and they say, when your eyes open in the morning, the average person has about 2 to 5 seconds to get up out of bed before your mind and your body starts to convince you to stay in bed. It's too cold. I can sleep a little bit more. This bed's comfortable. So I find I have about 2 seconds. If I don't get up in 2 seconds, I'm starting to convince myself to stay in. So as soon as your eyes open, get up out of bed. Do something to get the blood flowing. You know, you don't have to do push-ups. I mean, it's a little bit extreme and everything, but I like to stretch because, you know, when I'm lifting heavy, you know, I get a little back pain sometimes.
Yeah, you get sore in the morning.
You're pushing a lot of weight. Yeah, so, you know, I like to stretch in the morning. It's nothing like too crazy, just to get me feeling good. And while I stretch, I listen to the motivational speeches, and then I'll read just a little bit, probably like 5-10 minutes of reading before I cook breakfast. But it's just a simple way to really make a good start to your day. You feel amazing. I feel amazing when I do it. It's very simple stuff.
Right. No, it adds to your day. It makes life feel so much like fulfilling, you know, and that's something that The Secret talks about. It's about making your life better on a different level, you know. I don't know if I'm really describing it the right way, but
like it sounds kind of stupid, but I got a bunch of sticky notes, and I put some, like, I'll change them up every week. You know, I could put something like "Be happy" on them. And I'll put them on like 10. And I'll put the sticky notes all over. I'll put one on my car, like inside my car in the center console. I'll put one on the door of my house. I'll put one on the bathroom mirror, whatever. And it just really, you're just reaffirming yourself that, you know, just be happy, because all you have to do is rewire your brain and tell it how to think. Yeah, I absolutely do. And I keep the real good fortune cookies. I have them on my computer screen.
Me too.
Some of them is like, you know, work hard so you can play hard, and with no guilt, or, you know, it's just stuff like that. And then because if you just keep feeding your mind that stuff, you're gonna wire it to change into that.
One of my guilty pleasures is I keep the wrappers to the Dove candies. You know those little Dove chocolates?
Yeah. Oh, you keep the wrappers? What do you
I keep the wrap because it's got a message on the inside. So it's like
I don't remember how one.
Yeah, a smile is free, or, you know, and it's
simple stuff.
I love the smile, and I'll keep them because it's like when I'm smiling, I feel like my environment is so much better. Like, the people around me are happier, and
That's because you're making it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I set the vibe and the tone, and anyone who knows me knows that I usually keep a positive attitude and a presence. And if you come around me with a bunch of negativity, I'll probably joke on you and then try and get you to, change your vibration, because when you vibrate at that negative frequency, it brings everybody else's morale down. Keep that.
I just had to check my dad, my own father.
Yeah.
Because I was over there and I was cooking, and I was doing all my meal prep there, and I was sitting there with my music on. It was actually a motivational speech, and I was cooking, and he's sitting there. I forgot what he was complaining about, but it wasn't anything really worth complaining about. I told him, I said, "Hey, look, I'm over here cooking. I got my motivational speech on. I'm trying to do something positive over here. Let's change how we're talking. Let's talk about something else, And he was like, yeah, you're right. Sometimes I just overthink, and and sometimes you could just remind people, even myself. Sometimes people tell me, like, hey, just relax, be happy, because everybody gets caught up in life. Oh, yeah. Life gets crazy for everybody. Right. No one ever has a whole perfect ride. So.
Yeah, you can't be on that wave all the time.
Yeah, it's easy to forget and to get caught up in
but it's about consistency.
Yes.
Being consistently on that wave will propel you to be more happy and free.
Absolutely, yeah. And reading definitely will help you, I think, in that, you know what I mean? Because you could just control your mind a little bit more. Your brain obviously evolves when you read.
Right. I feel like it's a form of meditation.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, meditation is awesome as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been doing it as much, but man, the way it feels when you meditate, and I used to meditate before I would go do a heavy lift at the gym, and it would just put me in just the right place.
Clearing your mind, you feel your body relax. It's
amazing. It's really good. I'm probably gonna start doing it more again.
Yeah, no, talking about it. Yeah, talking about it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like when we have discussions like this, we may have dropped something that we didn't realize that we let go. It's because you get caught up in the rat race. You're doing all this stuff. You're working. You got multiple businesses you're trying to start. You're doing the personal training, and then it's like, okay, well, I'm still doing my meal prep. I'm still doing this, but you're forgetting this one thing that can add extra.
Oh yeah.
So
and that was it. The meditating.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we had this talk.
Right.
That's what this is all about. This whole podcast, is to just because I take little bits and pieces of advice from everybody, and I put it all in my arsenal.
Yeah.
And now that you're gonna have all these guests on your show, everybody's gonna
be able to take.
Yeah, everyone's
I'm
gonna
be from everybody.
Yeah, so it'll be nice. You can pick things and learn things from different people.
Majin Buu. I'm really happy that I started doing this because Frank from the gym, Old Town Fitness,
he's a good guy.
He's an absolutely great guy. He actually told me to tell you to come to the gym, work out.
Oh, yeah, man.
As a guest,
he's awesome.
And even if you don't come and work out, just come and just hang out and just talk.
Work out.
Yeah, and
there's nothing like Old Town Fitness, man.
Right. No, he also said that you did something really good for him. You I guess you stayed for the storm, like you do for every storm, and you went to go check on the gym for him because I guess he evacuated.
I did. So and of course I got a nice workout in there. Yeah. No one was there. just Vern.
Right.
He was the
old man
who lived in the back.
Right.
And he was there by himself. There was no electricity.
Yeah.
And he's like,
oh, that's why you went to go. Yeah, you went to go check on him.
I went to check on him. Went to go check on the roof, and he was just sitting there, just in good spirits.
Yeah, man, he was a good dude.
Vern. Yeah, rest in peace, Vern. Yeah, because he was. They don't make him like Vern anymore.
No.
That guy was a trooper, man.
Yeah, man.
It was good to be there and to hang out with him and just talk to him one-on-one.
Yeah,
he was a very respectable guy.
The thing is, I really like talking to older people and meeting minds and just seeing that they have some of them have a really good positive outlook and just all right. So what I really mean to say is they've lived a life longer than mine, so they have so many experiences, and they can give you a positive outlook on something. They're like, "Yo, what are you mad about that for?" Because they've already been through it.
Yep.
So I'd like to take those as like little like mentorships, you know. And if I see him, I say hi. Like I had an ex-girlfriend that worked at an old folks home, and the people there, I was like, oh man, you know, just the old corny jokes that they had on them, like, man, y'all are retarded, because you realize you're
retarded.
Yeah.
I don't know
if I can say retarded, but
I like old people. Man.
Yeah, no, they give you a whole nother like part of life, you know.
The life we haven't experienced yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I love especially war veterans, you know.
Yeah.
I've been lucky to sell cars to a few nice, really cool stand-up guys that are war veterans. You know, you just respect all the sacrifices they made, you know, for our freedom. Right. And the crazy stuff they had to see and go through. You know, just being, I mean, I don't even like to sleep one night without an air conditioner.
Yeah.
Right? They're in the jungle, like, fighting, and, you know, in Vietnam, and I mean,
laying in the ditch, and you don't know what's about to happen.
And this was for long periods of time.
Yeah.
You know?
And you're away from your family. And
well, not only that, I mean, you're uncomfortable, and you're also,
they didn't even have
for
phones.
your life.
Yeah. They didn't have phones. There was no, like, hey, I can get in touch with you every Wednesday. There's no contact. I'm writing you a letter.
Much different world back then.
Yeah.
And you just got to respect anybody who went through that and survived and is still here to talk about it, you know? Just a massive amount of respect for them.
Yeah.
Just try to put yourself in a position, you know? I always try to do that now, you know, I'm getting older and everything in life. I always try to put myself in the shoes of the other person. It's helped me out. It's definitely helped me a lot, you know?
I think that's the key to life, though, is giving back, showing respect to your elders, and being respectful of, you know, I try, well, you know me, you know how I am, I give everybody their respect, you know. It's, if you're mad, you're mad, like, it's whatever. I'm not going to sit there and argue with you about whatever. I don't know what you have going on in your life, but when I extend that respect, I realize that it always comes back. Like, I've had people that get mad, they start cussing and they do this and that. It's a bunch of rah, and then they'll see me and say, hey, I'm sorry, it wasn't towards you. And I know that usually when someone is upset or mad, it has nothing to do with you whatsoever. It's something that they're going through and they don't know how to express it other than that, you know. So
which is definitely something that I've also, you know, I'm trying to work on as well. I think I've gotten a lot better throughout the years.
What, with your anger?
Yeah.
I
don't really have like an anger problem. It's just the way you deal with it when you do get angry.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just little things. You just try to be like, all right, you know, what am I going to stress over this for?
I would have never pinned you as like an angry person.
No, I'm really not. It's just, I guess it's more of me just telling myself in 5 years, is this going to matter?
Right.
You know, and then just...
exactly.
Sometimes I guess
I'm not going to care about it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily angry. Sometimes I just overthink.
Yeah, I just remember you trying to slap box me all the time when we were just... Oh, God.
I remember you bullying me
Good times. Well, I was the smallest one out of all of us. You were the second skinniest, I was the skinniest. Yeah. Lanky ass Dylan. Yeah, no.
Well, I was a very short kid.
Yeah.
Until I hit high school, and then I
you sprouted. Yeah. I don't know what that was about. I was really upset about that. I'm still upset about
that. You'll catch up.
Yeah.
It's not too late, though.
I'm still hoping I catch a growth spurt. I'm praying for it. I thought I was gonna get one. Are
you sure you look taller right now?
Yeah, no. I appreciate that. I disjointed my rib, right? Maybe it was a year ago. I kept telling my chiropractor, I'm like, I'm hitting a growth spurt, bro. I know it's happening. I think I was like 26. I was like, I know it's late, but listen,
crack me up, loosen me up.
I already know what this is.
I can feel it. I'm growing.
Yeah. Not all prayers come true, but that one right there, I'm still hoping for. So yeah. So what is your daily routine? What is it that you do every day that keeps you going? We talked about the stretching. You're reading your books. What gets that day going?
Waking up.
Yeah, that's the start.
Opening my eyes.
Yeah.
Getting up out of bed.
Yeah.
And then, I do those things to kind of just get me going. Writing down your goals every day is going to be huge.
Yes.
It really just makes it real.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it tangible. You're writing it down. And I think everybody should do that. It takes a few seconds. I also heard another speech. This guy said, if it takes 2 seconds, just do it.
Yeah.
And that, man, I can't tell you how many times I've applied that to my life where I could be running out the door and I need to do laundry, but I'm running. I gotta go somewhere, but it takes 2 seconds to put the clothes in the washer. It takes 2 seconds to take the garbage off. It takes 2 seconds to do a lot of things. So you might as well just get it done.
Making that phone call.
Procrastination can be your enemy.
Yeah.
You don't, and I used to procrastinate all the time.
Yeah. There's a couple things I still procrastinate about, but one of the things that I told you before was that I started this. I have a planner. That's basically what I do is I write down my week, and I do that every Saturday or Sunday. Sunday is usually the start of the week, but I'll write down everything I'm due, what I'm gonna eat, what are my plans and my goals. Right now, I've been continuously contacting and getting in touch with people. And one of the awesome things about this is I've rekindled a lot of relationships and friendships by doing this.
You got a lot of support.
Yeah.
Well, the people you haven't talked to in a little while.
Yeah.
Does it feel good, huh? You gotta love those people, man.
It's great, and a lot of it is off of the relationships that we had before because they remember how good it felt being around each other.
Yeah.
So that's the awesome part about it is that energy is being reciprocated. Like
that's so important right there. What you just said. That's just it. In life, those relationships is key.
Mm-hmm.
That's a key factor for good relationships in life. Yeah. And if it's not, just move on.
Right.
Don't waste your time.
No, I don't want anybody in my life that doesn't push on a good wavelength. Like that's the other thing.
Exactly.
Everyone that I'm around, everyone is on that wavelength. Like I've even right now we're doing this all in my mom's house. I'm in my old room. I've seen the energy change in the house since I've been coming in and out, in and out, in and out. Just being here, it feels more lively, because I'm in here and I'm turning up, and the stuff that y'all don't hear me doing and saying, like I'm in here torturing my brothers, I'm torturing my mom. The dogs are happier. It feels so much better, and
feels like home.
Yeah, and everyone I can see is slightly changing their tune about little things.
You need to use this and try to motivate them as well try to follow something they're passionate about.
That's what's happening.
They're seeing the best way to convince is by leading by example. So you're doing it, they're watching you do it, so they're more inclined to go do something that they want to do. It's good.
And that's what this is all about. It's about pushing each other to be better, to do better, and know better. Like that's all I really want. I want to make
the world a better place.
As cheesy as that sounds, but I want to make that small little impact.
Course.
And I may only touch 15, 20 people, but that 15, 20 people that I touch, I've influenced another 20 off of them.
Yep.
It's a
chain reaction.
Exactly.
It'll keep on unfolding.
Exactly. And that's what this is all about, man.
It's the same way with me in the training, the personal training. I just want to hopefully, inspire some people that they can change their life, and personal training, I'm able to actually help them. Not just train them in the gym, but in life as well. And I was telling you about the kid that I helped him, train and break out of his shell and get on the job, and he bought a car and got himself a girlfriend, and he told me, I can never thank you enough for what you did to me, for what you did for me.
Right.
And right there, I was like, yeah, I know for sure I'm in the right line of work. I mean, this is my passion. I'm helping people, and it was really rewarding when he told me that.
Right.
And I want to do more of that. I want to help change people's life, not just in the gym, but their mindset and outside the gym.
Yeah, you touch so many people's lives. And the other thing is you don't realize how many people that you're touching, just by a small act of kindness, just being around, or just walking into a room and you see somebody with a frown and you just smile, and it's like they'll kind of smirk, but then that has changed the tune slightly.
You gave them a little kick, a little push. And I really try to do acts of kindness as much as I possibly can. I mean, it's small stuff is like when every time I see a homeless person, I stop and give them a little bit of money.
Right.
And I'm not saying you necessarily have to do that.
No.
Because it just makes me feel good. That's all. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, they need to get a job. Sometimes they can't. Sometimes there's some circumstances where
they're going through stuff too.
Yeah, you don't know what I've been there.
Yeah,
I've been there. So if I choose to give them some money, whatever, it makes me feel good. Then I want to do
$2, $3, $5, and you know what they say as soon as you give it to them? Thank you so much.
Yeah, I've always had very good.
How much better does that make your day?
I've even had good conversations.
Oh,
and that's I mean, you don't get that all the time, but I had some good conversations, and that was cool. And I just was thinking, I was like, damn, hopefully one day I'm in the position to give you a job, but not just a few bucks. Mm-hmm. That'll be awesome.
Wow. My best conversations were at Frisbee Dan.
Yeah. It's also the same as the dogs, too, rescuing dogs. I mean, that's something I really want to do. I just genuinely would make me happy. It's just when people find dogs on the streets, I would like them to call me. I would like to be the guy to go rescue them, to foster them, find them a new home. Yeah. And
that's something, and we had discussed before about you adopting your 2 dogs, and that's something that I wanted to do. I've always wanted a Chinese Shar-Pei. That's my dog. That's your
that's your dog.
Right? That's it. Yeah. So I've been following this page called Florida Shar-Pei Rescue, and I completely thought about buying a new puppy, going to North Carolina, going to Georgia. I've researched it, where they're being bred and they're champion bred, and then I see these dogs and then I'm like, why don't I do that? Because they need a home. Yeah. It's not like a puppy that can stay with the breeder and they may breed those dogs again. These puppies need homes, because if not,
they can die.
Right.
They're euthanized.
Right. And no, I absolutely. And you know what? Maybe we're speaking this to existence, because
I can see it in your eyes right now that there's going to be a little Shar-Pei running around this house in a little bit.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. This is something I've talked about for a couple years now, and everything that I say that I'm going to do, I usually get it done.
I could tell you this: it'll be a very rewarding feeling to rescue a dog. Because originally I was selling cars. It was just a single guy. I was 27, 28, and just living in a big 2-bedroom apartment by myself. I was like, it's a little room in here. I got a little extra room, so I was like, I'm gonna adopt a dog. And I went up to the Miami shelter, and there was like 150 dogs. I mean, it was crazy. And they were all barking and going crazy, a lot of good-looking dogs. And I was like, all right, they're good adopted. When I came up here, I wanted to get the dog that needed the help the most. So I keep walking, and then I brought this girl who was a receptionist at the time, and she just wanted to come with me, and she loved dogs too. And she's like, oh, look at this dog. And it was this dog with a big cone on his head, a pit bull, red-nosed pit bull, big cone on her head. and her face was she was just down in the corner. I couldn't even really see her. So I kind of walked by her. I didn't even really notice her. And we ended up we left and we went to go to one more rescue that was about 30 minutes away. And, because originally there was a dog that I liked, I saw, and I went up there to look at the dog, and he was a little asshole.
Yeah.
He was just a bad dog.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I can't get him.
Right.
And we're at this other shelter. It's about 3:20 p.m. And I just, someone was telling me I got to go back to the other shelter.
You got that
and
feeling.
It was so weird because I didn't even really see this dog. And I played with a bunch of other dogs. I got to meet them and everything. But this other dog, I didn't really see. She had a big cone over her head. She was just sitting in the corner. I couldn't even really see her face. I was like, someone's telling me I got to go back there, even though they close at 4 and I'm 30 minutes away. I'm just barely gonna make it. And I was like, all right, get in the car, let's go. And we just booked it to the other shelter, and we just started literally running through all of the rooms, because there's a bunch of rooms with dogs, and we didn't even remember where she was. And finally, I found her, and without getting to see her or meet her or anything, I just told them, I was like, yeah, I want to adopt her. So I went up to the front and did a little bit of paperwork. I guess they thought that no one was ever going to adopt her, so they didn't charge me a penny. They didn't even have me do an adoption process or anything. No application. They just literally gave me her paperwork.
Was she abused?
Yeah, so she was abused. She was used for a bait dog. Okay. So she was too friendly to fight. So they would tie her up and let the other dogs, I guess, attack her and get them riled up and taste blood. And she was, when I got her, I didn't know this because I could barely see her. But when they bring her out to me, after I already signed all the papers and everything, I look at her face and it is completely just mangled. I mean, she has open wounds and scars, and she's bleeding, and half of her ear is ripped in half. She has stitches all the way up her ear. And her whole head is shaven off because they had to give her stitches everywhere. So they shaved all of her hair off, and she just looked really bad. And I just kept saying, "Yeah, you're beautiful." She just had these beautiful golden eyes, and no matter everything.
Instagram post. I believe it's Instagram or Snapchat.
Yeah, she was just beautiful, even with all of that.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, hop in the car, and we drove home, and she just stared out the window like, I got a new life now.
Right.
It was crazy. We got home. She smelled everything, was a little nervous.
Right.
And then I was tired. I drove all the way to Miami, ran around, and drove back. So I was like, all right, I'm going to hop on the bed. I didn't have a dog bed at the time for her, so I was like, hop on the bed with sleep. And she got on the bed, and it was like she knew this was her home. She just completely changed and started wagging her tail and going in circles and kissing me, loving me. She knew, it was her new home.
Right. And
it was just so rewarding. It was the most rewarding feeling I think I've ever had. And I was like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you now.
Right.
She's healed up completely, and all of her hair grows back, and everyone loves her. I mean, she's just a beautiful dog, super intelligent. She loves cats, animals, babies, other dogs. After everything she's been through, she's
never lost her spirit.
Perfect dog. I could walk anywhere without a leash, and she'll stay right by my side. And then, the other one got hit. I went up to get her a friend. He got hit by a truck, so he only had 3 legs. Mm-hmm. I got him right after surgery. I said, "You're gonna come home and heal." And they look like brother and sisters.
Yeah,
it worked out really good.
Yeah,
most rewarding feeling getting those. I get home every day. They're wagging their tail, going crazy.
I like watching the videos when you're playing with them in the park.
Yeah,
or at the football field. It's like, no, it's dope.
They're like my children,
Yeah.
And they're always happy. They don't ever complain to me.
Yeah.
They're always just happy. They're always so happy.
No, Dylan's happy.
So it's just, that's one thing I know I would be very happy is rescuing dogs. That's something I feel like I have to do for myself,
Right. No, it's nice. It's nice to give.
I feel like I just went on a rant there.
No, you didn't go on a rant. That was, what that was.
I'm passionate about that.
Yeah, so it's and that's what that was. That was you. That was you extending your love out.
And that's something I really feel strongly about.
And a lot of people are kind of, they're. I mean, and when it comes to dogs, they'll say, they'll give everything, but I feel like we have to be able to express ourselves freely without,
Absolutely.
feeling like we're about to be judged. Like, oh, you're being so like. There's nothing shameful about that,
Yeah.
So it's good to get those feelings out. And
Absolutely.
actually,
who knows? Maybe I just inspire someone to go adopt a dog.
Maybe we just inspire somebody.
You
to
never
get a
know.
dog.
And that's saving life right there.
Right.
That's what this is all about.
Right. That's what man. That's what it's about. It's about
making a change,
bit by bit,
little by little, person by person.
I like how you added on right there.
Better.
Yeah, man. I might keep my co-host. Goddamn.
I can be in here mixing the intro.
Yeah. I'll give you a little soundboard over here. It'd be dope.
You get a beat maker in here. Start making beats. Oh shit. Timberland. I'd be Scott Storch.
Man. So, I appreciate you coming. It's been a real good time.
Me, man.
Nah, man, it's always a good conversation with me and you, and that's one of the parts that I love about our reconnection after the Call of Duty Xbox days.
It's like we
never left the beat, man. So
Astronomy, shop the riff.